Good evening. Good evening. Good afternoon. Well, hey, Miss Telsha, how are you doing? Hello, Path of the Heart Piece. How are you? Hey, Tasha, I was just thinking about you, Tasha. Hey, because I need to ask you, I need to purchase something. I'm going to text you after I get off camera. Hey, Desiree, Brenda, T. Marie. Who is this? Danique, Jill. Hey, Jill. Hey, Diamond, Brianna from DC. Okay. Hola, Brenda. Hey there, Delaney. Well, you are on here, Delaney. You are on here, and I am live, so you are on here. Hi, Lisa. I'm doing great. Telsha Tasha was just speaking to you. Hey, Moving Mountains. Lagbolu. Hey there. Hey, Robin. Hey, Queen of Success. Hey, Karen. Hey, Lynette. How are you? Hey, New Dawn Arises. How are you doing? Queen of Success. Hey, Carly. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Dion. Hey, Carlita. Claire. Who else? Hey, Tanya. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Sheila. Hi, Lisa from Atlanta. All right. You were referred to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, DK. Hey, Tiffany. You like my shirt? Oh, you might tell me earlier it's all bright. I think I'm starting to like these shirts. I got to come back like super bright. I was trying to find some makeup to match it. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Monica. Hey, K-Day. How are you? From London. All right. Hey there, Humanist. How are you doing? Hi, Miss Cindy, Lisa. Hi, Rivers, Flo. How are you doing? Wanze? Hi, Valerie. Excuse me, from Georgia. Okay. I'm looking festive. I'm starting to like these bright colors. Hey, Ursula, how are you? Hey, from Dallas, Latanya. Hey, Sean, from Duncan, Oklahoma. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Delaney. Hey, Tawana, from Georgia. All right, first time. Well, welcome. Hey, son. Oh, thank you. Long Island, New York. Okay. Sending out the peace signs too. Hey, Tanya. Alex from California. Thank you so much. Hey, Neen. Dre. Let me see, who's that? Dre from Arizona. Okay. Hey, Ishi. Well, thank you. Hey, Larissa. From Australia. All right, Australia. Hey, Lauren, how are you doing? Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer, I got your email. I just haven't had the opportunity to email you back, and I'm going to email you back, so don't worry. I got you. I just been busy. I'm going to email you back. I got your email, and I'm going to email. Matter of fact, let me pull you up now while I'm speaking. Hold on, Jennifer. Give me just a moment. All right, look how to spell your last name again. Okay, I pulled you up. So as soon as I get off camera, I'm going to email you back, okay? Hey, is it Marija? Marija from Australia. Okay, I see you. Well, thank you. You doing okay? You guys doing okay today? Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I got my little light ring. So before I had to come on, I saw myself on camera and I was real greasy. So I had to wipe myself down. It's kind of nice though. I got my little camera stand and stuff. I feel all professional. I feel real professional. I'm not sure what you're saying, Delaney. I'm not sure what you're asking. Well, hey, just be real. I was waiting for you to come on. I got New Dawn Arise. I got Telsha. I got Tasha in the house. I got Just Be Real. So all the moderators are on. You guys got you exercising your fingers so you can do a lot of blocking if you need to. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda. I appreciate you. From Chicago. Well, all right then, Alice. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Bridget. How you doing? Brigitte. How you guys doing? Well, thank you so much from Belize. All right then, Miss Esther, how you doing? Thank you. So you stay ready. You stay ready. Hey, Raya. Hi, Raya. How you guys doing? Hey, Kimberly, first time here. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Jetta. uh, and you actually on time, just be real. I do provide personal services. I provide coaching services for those that are outside the state of Washington. Hey there, Betty. And I provide coaching for those that are outside the state of Washington, and I provide counseling for those that are inside the state of Washington. Well, hey, Miss Cassandra. Oh, $1 million is on. Your mama over here, Tasha. Hey, Claudia. And is that more Marissa? Hey, Marissa. How are you doing? Okay, will you email me? At the very end, I will leave my email, Delaney, and you can email me. Hey, Chris, how are you? You're not a slacker. You be on time. When you're not here, Telsha and all of them are here. Hey, Mercy, thank you so much. First year, no contact. Congratulations to you. How are you guys doing today? Okay, let me fix my cameras and stuff. Let me fix it and make sure nothing falls. All righty. Well, hey, from the UK, how's everyone doing? You guys ready? You guys ready? Well, I miss you, Miss Cassandra. I'm missing messing with you. I gotta get my jokes ready for you because I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, Queen of Success. You ready? Hey, Asia, look at the whole household. Only person we missing is Mira, and we missing Ernest. Hey, GT, how are you? From the Big D. All right. Well, hey, Miss Sandra. I miss you, Asia. I miss messing with you. Y'all ready? Well, give me 45 minutes, you guys. We're missing Stevie Bananas. Okay. We're going to start. He'll probably jump in between there somewhere. Thank you so much. My Sunday's doing excellent. Oh, look at Miss Shanti. So I got Miss Cassandra, I got Asia, I got Million, I got Shanti. We're just missing your Boo Bear Ernest. That's the only person we missing. Got the whole Fields household. So you guys give me 45 minutes. Hey, Pink Rainbow. Hey, Larry, how are you? You guys give me 45 minutes. You guys ready? Got a narc poacher. All right now. How are you guys doing? Hey, Mary. Hey, Tanya. Lisa, you're welcome. I'm great, thank you. Oh, everything is wonderful over here. Thank you guys so much. Your aunt sent you to me? Oh, thank you so much. You're welcome, Miss Tiffany. Thank you, Rivers. I don't know if Mr. or Mrs. I'm sorry. Good job, Valerie. So I would, look at that. I got Ernest on. Ernest is in the house. I got the whole Fields household. Now we just need, who we need? We need Lim Lim and we need Mira. Hey, K-Day, how are you doing? Hey, Ramal. All right, ready, 45 minutes. Hey, Shirley, how are you? Let me put some cream on my ashy hands. So when I hold them up, y'all don't talk about me. Like I got ashy hands. You guys ready? Okay, come on, let's do this. What questions you got? I'm doing too much? My hands were ashy. I was trying to keep I don't want y'all talking about me. It's like she real smart, but she just ashy. She get on camera and she just be giving us a lot of knowledge, but I can't stop focusing on ashy hands. Hey, Buffy, how are you? From UK. All right, Joanna. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I don't want y'all talking about me. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Did I miss something? Did I miss a question? I'm sorry. Say, Risa says, hi, Dr. Carmen. My neighbor said that the narc passed by my house a few days ago. He lives 1 hour away with his new supply. Could it be coincidence he passed? If not, why should I do a restraining order? That wasn't no coincidence. He rode by your house on purpose. What purpose did he serve coming by your house? Why would he be an hour away? What business does he have in that neighborhood, first of all? Second of all, when you say no a restraining order or no contact order, is he doing anything to harm you? because most of the time I don't think, hey, Canada, but most of the time, a police, unless he was abusive or he was doing something and you feel like he's stalking you, or anything, a lot of times they're going to ask you, what did he do? Has he done anything? Has he done anything? Have you been harmed? Was there any domestic violence? And so, you can also reach out to a domestic violence advocate, ask them questions, because a lot of times, you just can't put restraining orders on people or no contact order on people if there's no, I know that's the hard thing, if there's no proof that they're doing anything. But is it coincidence that he shows up at your house and he's an hour away? Probably not. That was on purpose. Nothing. Remember, everything that a narcissist does is intentional. Everything that they do, it's intentional. You like to speak about narc family cycles when you have time. You could actually go and look on my videos. You can find videos on there. A lot of times when I'm on live, I try not to go super deep, because if I go super deep, I have to pull up information on the computer. I try to stay, based on what I've already taught, things that I already know. Sometimes the question that you guys are asking me, I just don't like to throw information out there. I like to go, if I have a theory, I go look it up and then I give you information to back up what I say. Hey, Miss Joyce. Thank you so much, Miss Joanne. I appreciate you. Hey, Sarah. Dr. C, do narcs feel remorse to any extent? I've gotten apologies, but I wonder how sincere they are. They're not sincere. Over 300 videos. Thank you. I'll just be real. No, they're not sincere. They're not remorseful for what they've done to anybody. Usually they don't want to be discarded before they can find someone else to attach to. But no, they're not remorseful for the things they've done. 9 times out of 10, they're playing on your emotions to hoover you back in. That's all. But they're not remorseful. They're not remorseful. If they're sad or apologetic when they've done something, it's just because they got caught. Then they just got to figure out another way to do it. That's all. But they're not remorseful for what they've done. Taiwana, I just got hoovered today. It's been a long process, but I'm ready to get the help I need. My neighbors are concerned about me. It's a long story, but I put him out on Mother's Day. It's getting worse. Your videos have helped me. Thank you so much. Hey, Prophet John, how are you, sir? Sorry. They're coming really quick, so I'm trying to catch you guys on both screens, okay? What should I do if they keep acting like they don't know what's going on? There's nothing you can do. They're always going to act like they don't know what's going on. There's nothing you can do. Sounds like Trump. Well, we're not going to call out leaders' names while we're on live, okay? Because you got to remember that we're in the process of voting season, and you say the wrong thing about the wrong people, you get my channel shut down. And so we want to be mindful and we want to be respectful. Regardless, we all have our own political views. We have our own opinions. And we appreciate each other's opinions, but there's certain things we just need to make sure that we're careful what we say while we are on camera and when you guys are talking to me on camera, because the things that you guys say, certain things you put up on screen are monitored, okay? So you got to be careful. You got to be respectful, so I'm careful at what I say, especially when we're talking about our national leaders and things like that. You got to be careful and you got to be respectful. We all have our own opinions. We have our own political views. I respect that. Just be careful, okay? Just be careful. How do I heal from the damage of being discarded? You're going to have to get some counseling or coaching. That's what you're going to have to do. And it's a process. It's a healing process. A lot of people think that as soon as you get discarded, you're supposed to heal. You're not supposed to feel anything. Well, if you break a bone, you don't just stop feeling the pain all of a sudden unless you take a bunch of drugs and you don't feel anything. Well, taking the drugs or taking pain medication doesn't heal the bone. And taking the drugs and the pain medication only tricks the mind into believing that there's no pain. But there's still pain underneath. Now, you can use, whatever, you can jump into another relationship, drink whatever you're going to do, but it's going to cover up the actual fact that there's something going on. So grief and loss process, when you're discarded, when you're breaking up, you can't rush the process of healing. Just like you didn't rush the process of getting into, well, sometimes you did rush the process and getting into the relationship, but it's a process that you have to go through. Most people are asking, how long does it take for me to heal? It takes a while, because for some of you, there's other history of abuse in your life, meaning that you have some foundational damage from your families, from the family of origin. Some of you have foundational damage. Some of you have history of family abuse and drug abuse. And so by the time you get into a narcissistic relationship, and some of you guys are at this age, it's not a matter of how will I heal from this. A lot of it, you're going to have to go to the root of the problem. It's the foundation. How did you get to this point? You know, yes, I do have coaching programs, and I'll give you my information at the end of the at the end of the live, okay? But you can find it at the end of my videos too. At the bottom of the videos is written, will golden child, invisible child, and or scapegoat children likely to become narcissists? Not necessarily. No, you can't rush healing at all. What is the difference between counseling and coaching? Just wondering. I'll talk about it at the end. You're always spot on. Thank you so much. No, I'm the biggest fan. Oh, thank you. Alex said, why does NARC try to get in a same-sex relationship when they aren't normally into that type of relationship? And why do they try to rush you into a relationship with time? I need you to go and watch my videos because a lot of your questions are answered in my videos. So a lot of that lets me know that you haven't watched all my videos yet. Just if you catch up on my videos, a lot of the questions that you're answering are in those videos. I have abandonment issue because of my childhood. Even though I discarded him, it triggered me big time for real. See? So a lot of your issues may also be mother and father issues or abandonment issues or adoption issues or, some people have been abused in childhood, whatever it is. But yep, abandonment issues. And a lot of times not a lot of times, when you get into a relationship with a narcissist, you're telling them all of your hurt, all of your weaknesses. In other words, you're handing them the kryptonite, and you're telling them all the things that hurt you. You're telling them all the things that you've been through, and they're not using that to be compassionate. They're using that so they know where to hurt you at. And so by the time that they hurt you in those very spots that you told them that you have been wounded in the past. Have you guys noticed that? When they leave or when they hurt you, most of you guys say, you know what? The hardest part is that I trusted this individual and telling them my hurt and my pain. And that's exactly where they hurt me at. Yeah, because they're narcissists and they don't take that information to get to know you. And yeah, they use your weaknesses against you. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Maritza. Thank you. But yeah, but they don't use that to get to know you and to be, if as friends, if we're friends and we get to know each other, there are certain things that I know about you now that I know may be a trigger for you or maybe a hurtful thing for you. So I'll be, careful not to hurt you in that area. For a narcissist, they take that information because that is what they're going to use against you. That is their weapon against you. You have given them your secrets. You have given them what your kryptonite is. Hey, Crystal, I miss you. And throw it right in your face any chance they get. Absolutely. Very cunning, very manipulative. Exactly. They use your pain against you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hold on, I can't see all the comments. Hold on. Well, hey, TMG. I always say we have to stop telling our life stories on first dates. You guys shouldn't be telling all your business on a first date. Never. When you guys are getting to know someone, you shouldn't be telling all. Some of you guys are like a leaking water pail. As soon as you get on that date, you start telling them everything. How you want to be married, what you done been through. You tell them all your business. May as well just go ahead and give you a PIN number to your bank account. Some of you guys get on these dates and you guys tell everything. Sometimes you get around people and tell all your business because you're hurt. So you tell everybody everybody is not capable of handling your pain. You can't tell everybody your business. Even your friends can't handle all of your business. Now, some of your friends like me, I'm a therapist, but that doesn't mean that I want to listen to everybody's pains that are my friends. So my friends are my friends, and my friends don't use me as a therapist. My friends and us joke about stuff that are sometimes irrelevant. But but even with your friends are not your counselors. Your friends are not, and a lot of your friends, they mean well and they want to see you not hurt. But at the same time, sometimes your friends can't handle the type of pain that you have. Your friends are not professionals. Some of them, they're not professionals. Ruby said, I was in for 25 years and been healing for a year and a half. It's very difficult, but now I have peace and joy. You have to work. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Joanna said, I've got a lot more knowledge now. I'm free and happy, just like to listen. I know a lot about them. My daughter likes you too. Oh, thank you, Miss Joanna. You tell your daughter I said hello and thank you so much. I appreciate it. How do you make the difference between a narcissist from a growing boy who cheat and just want you out of the relationship, but he's too coward to tell you? I hear the question, but I'm not quite sure at what you're trying to ask me. What's the difference between a growing boy who cheats? You're talking about what does it mean for narcissists to be in survival mode? They're always in survival mode. They're in survival mode when they're searching for fuel, when they're looking for supply. Sometimes your friends can drain you trying to use you as a therapist. Absolutely. My ex-narcissist is an addict. Bad combo. Yep. Spiritual warfare. Yep. Siblings even take you for granted. Friends that are into counseling. Background, yes. Ones who want to help, yes. But believe you me, as friends, even us friends that are therapists or in the mental health profession, we don't want to, that's what we do all day long. And so, because, if you have friends and families that are into mental health coaching and counseling, a lot of times when they get around you as friends, they get around in order to change the topic and to shift their mindset to something else, to laugh, to joke, to have the people that I'm around in my church, my brothers and sisters that I hang around in church, we laugh and joke about everything. And they don't come to me for counseling. We don't talk about counseling. That's not something that, because of the fact 25, okay, but they don't come to me for counseling. They give me, this is how you know friendships. They give me the opportunity just to be myself. So they get to see me where you guys will never see me. They get to see me with my hair, I don't mean like literally with my hair down, but they get to see me in a comfort. They allow me to be myself in a comfort place. Asia said we do. Yup, exactly. So they see me in a place, they allow me my place of comfort. They don't put pressure on me. That's how you know when you have real friends, especially friends that, this is what I always say. You know who your friends are because you know who's there with you when you don't have anything and no one knows who you are. Those are the people that you want to keep in your corner. The people that don't have a problem telling you about yourself, whether you get mad or you don't get mad, or whether you get an attitude, you don't get an attitude. They're concerned for your well-being, but at the same time, they're still your friend. You get an attitude, I know you, you'll be all right. And a day or two, you'll shake it off, you'll come back, right? But also those people that understand things that you do, the lifestyle you have, the people that allow you to have the freedom just to take your hair down and relax and be yourself. Crystal say amen. Yeah, those are the people that you want to be around that, for example, you come off camera and I can get on and laugh and joke, a phone call, and we can talk about things, but they allow me to get away from what I do just to have my own space with them, to enjoy myself with them. You see what I mean? Those are the type of friends that you guys need. Thank you, Dr. Carmen. You said Bryant for helping me and my mom. My name is Christian Lopez. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I started studying psychology after learning and going through narcissist abuse. What would you say is, okay, you got to give me the rest of what you were saying. My husband, the narc, withholds money. I mean, everything he can so he can hurt me, but I'm filing for divorce ASAP. I've been driving a hoopty and he refuses to fix it, and I'm disabled for life. I just had a full hysterectomy and soon to have a cervical neck surgery again. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. My narcissists seem to change with new supply after discard. They always change. They change with their environment. They're going to change. They mirror people. Hey, loving me. But they mirror people. And so you don't recognize them when they get a new supply because they mirror the new supply. So when you see them, like, I don't even recognize this person. This is the person that I've always wanted, but that's not the person that you were. And because of the fact that that's not the person that you were, that's not the person that they had to mirror. They're mirror you, how they mirror something that you're not. And so when you see them with someone else, hey, my little angel Arlene, how are you? But they mirror the new supply. So when you see them, they're, hey, Robbie, we miss you. But they mirror the new supply. So no, they're not going to be exactly the same. Of course, they're going to be different. Of course, they're going to change. They're not changing for the better. They're changing to fit the needs of the new supply. Remember, the new supply has given them a lot of information. And so the information that we provide for them gives them the character that they're supposed to play, the role that they're supposed to play in our life. And so when you see them, you're like, but Dr. C, they changed for the better. No, they they change like their dirty draws. Yes. Yes. Well, Alex, you're going to have to go watch my videos to see what I'm talking about when I talk about supply. Head games. Exactly. But they mirror the new supply. So whenever they get a new supply, they're going to look like that new supply. So you're looking, wondering, why couldn't they be like that with me? Well, it's only temporary. They're just playing a role. They can't maintain, they can't hold that up for long. And eventually the mask drops. And then they're going to be exactly who they are. Defiant, angry, ugly, hateful, abusive, verbally abusive. You know what I mean? Can being with a narcissist make you become a narcissist? No. Narcissistic personality disorder is a personality disorder that well, it's a dysfunctional character trait. It's a pathological problem. And that personality grows and gets worse and becomes permanent within the age of about 18, 19 years old. But being with a narcissist does not turn you can't turn into a I just like being with an individual that have autism will not turn you into a person with autism. Being with a person that's schizophrenic does not turn you into a schizophrenic. You may have some traits because you are living with that person and you pick up on their traits, you pick up on their behaviors, you pick up on their lifestyle, but that doesn't mean, and then when you leave, you actually look at yourself. A lot of people look at themselves and they're upset because of the fact that I can't believe I'm acting like this person. They made it seem like this behavior was okay. And you picked up on some of that behavior and some of you guys were fighting them back the way that they were fighting you. And so you picked up on a lot of their behaviors and traits and you started acting like them. That's why some of you guys struggle with the fact, am I the narcissist? No, that doesn't make you the narcissist. That means that you picked up. If you hang around a person long enough, you'll probably start acting a little like that person. One of the things that we say all the time, and you can tell us sisters from the same ministry, because all of us say the exact same thing when somebody does something crazy. And all of us say, you know what? We all say that exact same thing. You know what? If you say something crazy. And you can tell all the family, because all of us say the exact same thing. You know what? Or like our big sister says, oh, foot. We all say the same thing because we hang around each other. So you hang around a person a long time, what end up happening is you just pick up on their language. You're going to pick up on their traits, and you guys being with a narcissist, yup, you sure do. Feel my husband grew worse over the years from all his cheating. Oh, yeah, they get worse with time. Yep. Robbie said, LOL, you sure do. Yes, that is true. Absolutely. See, Tasha said, because she said too, you know what? Bridget said all the time, you know what? Hey, Lucretia, how are you? Oh, yeah. Yep. 20 minutes? Okay. Do they know the hurt they are causing people? See, Robert, the thing about them is they feel an ego boost. They feel empowered when they hurt people. To them, it makes them feel empowered, like they have control. And so it makes them feel, if you notice, they argue, but as soon as you start hurting or you start crying, it's almost like it appeases them. That's called fuel. It's an ego boost to them. It makes them feel empowered. And so they want to see you hurt because to them, it makes them feel empowered. That is why I clean house. Okay. Mine's married again and now divorced, but he will say the same negative things about her that he said about me. See, tigers don't change their stripes. Any advice for those wanting to help enabling parents who are still married to narcissists? You know what? What did it take for you to learn and get out? A lot of times people are so quick to want to go and tell them they're with a narcissist or tell them they're... Did you listen when people were telling you about the person that you were with? I almost typed it when you said that about me. You got the high pitch. You know what? That's you, Bridget. You know what, First Sergeant? You know what? But what was I saying? I'm sorry. But a lot of people, they're in a hurry to tell a person that, don't she do that, Tasha? But a lot of people are in such a hurry to tell another person about the person that they're with, that they're But think about it. What did it take for you to learn? What did it take for you to get out the relationship? You weren't listening to nobody. Oh, they just hating on me because we have a good relationship. You knew that relationship wasn't good. We all knew it wasn't good. But for some people, it takes a little while for you to finally discover that you're with a person that's toxic. And for you to start looking into what's wrong with this individual, what's wrong with me. When you begin to ask questions, when you become curious, when you want to know what's going on, and some people don't want to know, they're in denial. They don't want to watch videos. They don't want you to tell them nothing about because they want to do what they want to do. And the sad part about it is they keep doing the exact same thing and they're expecting a different result. Is that the definition of insanity? So they keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the narcissist to change. The narcissist is not going to change. They're not going to change. So even with you trying to tell them about a narcissist, you have to be prepared for them to come say something to you, to ask you about it, or for them to finally go research. Because most of them are not going, especially parents. Come on now. Support from family and friends help. Yep. When you start talking about it. I dated a sex offender who was a narc and who said he didn't commit the crime, but later on, he started wanting me to act as if I was a little girl while we were intimate. He was really sick. There you go. See? I mirror the bad things he does to me so he can understand what he's doing wrong. And he's never going to understand what he's doing wrong. It doesn't matter if you mirror him or not. It just gives him fuel. So it's not going to help anything. It's not going to help anything. You just fueling them. That's what you're doing. You're giving them fuel. Once we know we can never go back and we became better people, they never change. We look with them. They can't. Just have to stay away. Absolutely. Yep. I feel I'm on the latter end of the healing process from my ex-narc, but the last part I'm finding it hard to deal with is wanting justice, not revenge, just justice. I get it. You know what, Kelly? That's most people. They want revenge. They want justice, but you have to remember for some people, for some people it's karma. For some people, what comes around goes around. For some people, do not be fooled. God will not be mocked. So what a man sow, that is what they're going to reap. Do know that everything has an expiration date. You can only do so much for so long before it comes back at you, before you get what you sow. Whatever you sow, you're going to get back. Now, check this out. I used to work in a nursing home. And when I worked in the nursing home, I didn't understand then, but I understand now. There were so many elderly people in the nursing home. It was really sad that had no family that ever came to see them, never came to see them. And now looking back at it, for some families, they were just rude. But for some, think about how many narcissists were laying in there that were invalids. They couldn't move, they couldn't talk, they couldn't do anything. And some of these were some mean boogers. Some of them were some mean older ladies, you know what I mean? Older ladies and older men that were in there. So imagine how many narcissists are left to themselves at the end of their lives. So don't think it ain't gonna come around. Don't think that, that justice won't be served. It may not be served the way you think it's gonna be served, but I trust me, it's gonna come back to haunt them every time. That's one thing. I've seen it too many times. Most people could talk about it, but stop looking for it. You know what I mean? When you're looking for something, you're not gonna find it because revenge will never be good enough for you. The pain that they have caused you, the hurt that they have caused you, you want them to die by a sword. You want their heads to be cut off, but you have to understand that what you see as being painful, as what you see as getting revenge, it may be something little. See, what you don't understand is you're accustomed. Now, I know this sounds horrible. You're accustomed to being humiliated. You're accustomed to being embarrassed. You're accustomed to being treated rude. You're accustomed to being treated bad. Do you know that when you cause a narc injury for a narcissist, something as little as an insult or embarrassment or humiliation could cause a narcissist to want to commit suicide? When you're looking at them like, you have no idea what you've done to me and I never wanted to commit suicide. But what their level of pain is totally different than your level of pain. For them, they'll want to jump off the top of a building and kill themselves because their heart cannot handle that type of pain. So what you can handle is not what a narcissist can handle. I promise you that. The stuff that they do to you, they cannot handle it done to them. Now, at the same time, for some of you guys that want to go and get revenge and do the same things that they're doing to you, I'm telling you now, some people want revenge, so they go after this narcissist. A narcissist does not have problems fighting you. To them, that right there gives them energy to fight you, and they never sleep. See, you go to sleep, you'll forget about it. You'll forget what you just did. And then you go and go to sleep, right? They never go to sleep. You are constantly now on their mind for causing an injury. They'll do anything they possibly can do to get you back at all costs. That's why I say stop looking for revenge. Stop looking for revenge. Leave them alone. If you can get out, go. Leave them alone, because they always, if you cause a narcissistic injury, they'll be after you and they won't stop. I'm telling you, they won't stop. I think a young lady was telling me, I don't know if it was one of the comments, that I think one of the guys that owned some horses or something like that was really rude to a narcissist, where it actually embarrassed him and he wasn't afraid. And what ended up happening was the horses died. Well, the narcissist was the one who actually shot the horses in the stomach and they bled to death, and the guy didn't even know. One of you guys told me that story. But think about it. They'll do anything. It doesn't matter. And for those of you that have children, trust you me, they fight dirty as well. So you come after them and you try to get revenge on them, they're coming after your kids, they're coming after your cars, they're coming after your reputation, they're coming after your mind, they're coming after your house, they're coming after your job, they're coming after your money. Don't play with them. Sometimes you have to know when to back out of a battle. Some things, in order to, what is it? The war, in order to win the war, sometimes you have to know when to back out of a battle. When a battle is too much for you, you back out of that battle in order to win the whole war. You see what I mean? Some of you guys are so into trying to fight these little battles and put these little fires out and do this. And they're talking about me and how do I fight them back? And he needs it or she needs it. And see, you guys are so distracted with all these little battles. This narcissist is going to win the war. You see what I mean? Because they got you all over the place, got you confused and all over the place. And what you need to do is back up and look, is it worth me wasting my time running after this in a circle, running after this narcissist? Because that's what they're trying to do. That's what the gaslighting is. Cause you to make you feel like you're going crazy and you fighting. It's like you chasing your own tail. But as much as you chase your own tail, you are not moving forward. You're moving around in a circle. And then they sit there and just watch you and then they feel fulfilled. I caused you to do that. Yeah, they're nasty. Yes, they are. Yep. I've been a respected teacher for 15 years. He called the school district and told them I was a danger to the children. See what I mean? They have no limits as to what they would do. They have no limits as to what they would do to pay you back, even for a discard. What if you weren't with you? What if you weren't with you just like them and tried to pursue them? Does that still apply? I'm not sure what you're asking, Danny. Rephrase that question. I pray for the new supply all the time. That's good. Because she's going to need it or he's going to need it. He's going to ignore our daughter now. Oh, that's fine. At least your daughter might be saved from the narcissist. Rubbing his new girlfriend in his life, in my face, almost to prove themselves right about you to others. Yep. You said the same words he said to me. What was it? What did he say? Narcissists can't prevent anyone evolving out of narcissist BS. 100% demon. Do they always come back? Not all the time. Not all the time. That's okay, Jennifer. You can go back and rewatch it. They don't always come back. If they find a better supply than you, now check this out. You guys hear me say it all the time. When I say better supply, that doesn't mean that the supply is better than you. Check this out. Listen to me. Listen, Linda. Listen. Now, who's that? Was that Kim? Okay. Listen. Is there a way to keep them away once you've got away from them? She said, please stay gone. So Kim, number one is is to cut them off, no contact, period. Cut them off, no contact, period. Until you heal, it won't matter whether they try to come back. But allow me to say this about a better supply than you. Better supply than you does not mean that the person is better than you. Better supply than you, most of you guys, by the time you discard or are discarded, is because of the fact that you've gotten some knowledge about the narcissist. You are becoming a little more complicated to control. You are becoming a little more combative when it comes to the abuse. And so they're losing control over you. They're losing their grip. It's like you greasy now. So they're losing their grip on you. And so when they go to a better supply means one knows nothing about them, one that's easily pliable, one that is easier to abuse, one that is easier to control. You're not that easy to control anymore. So you're no longer a good supply. But what happens is if they can't mold this one, if they can't control this one like they want to, they'll come back to you for a refuel because you gave them the most supply. You put up with them the longest. You allowed them to do what they were doing for the longest. And so you became good supply because you tolerated them for a long time, because you loved them, because we have children together, because we have an investment together. They play on your emotions. But when they get back with you to refuel, because you got to remember that a narcissist needs fuel to survive. And so in order to get fuel, in order to get a supply, they have to give out fuel. They give out a lot of energy to pull this new supply in, taking them out, giving them compliments. Think about it. It's totally opposite than what a narcissist is. So they're having to give attention, spend time, spend money, give compliments. That means everything that they need and everything that they want, they're giving out out to someone else, and they're draining themselves. So trust you me, while they're hoovering or where they're trying to love bomb someone, they're giving out an extensive amount of fuel in order to pull that person in, which is irritating to them. And you see them every now and then, you'll see that mask slip because they're irritated if it's taking them too long to pull you in. So 9 times out of 10, they have other fuel because they need to refuel to come back to keep pulling on you. And so you have to understand that when we say good fuel or good supply, it doesn't mean that that supply is better than you. That means that they're about to get abused worse than what you got abused if they tolerate it. If they can't tolerate it, the narcissist gets frustrated because that's too much energy that they're exerting in order to pull that person in. You see what I mean? And then when they do that, they always feel that you are obligated. You owe them back. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy you this. I'm going to take you here. I'm going to do this. And it's not because they're doing it because they care. They're doing it because they're setting up their account, their credit account. And when they're setting up that credit account, they're looking at you as, now you owe me because I did this. I bought you breakfast. I put gas in your car. I washed your car. Little stuff, crazy stuff. And then what they do is you owe them. You owe them. Hopefully I know I went not too far, but I went and expounded on that. I was a good supply for him because I'm a good person. You were a good supply because you tolerated a lot of abuse. That's why you were a good supply. They hate to educate a new supply. Yes, that's a good word, Lucretia. To educate, train, and to train a new supply, because that's exactly what they have to do. They have to take a lot of time to trauma bond them. Trauma bonding is they're training them what they will and will not do. That's okay. But they're training them to what to do and what not to do. The discards phase began because he is now in jail for physically assaulting me. What? There goes one way to get discarded, right? Yep, they're calculating. My grandmother does that to my father all the time. My father has successful, and my grandmother always tells him, you owe me. See? My mother's a narcissist, and I don't plan on speaking to her ever again. It's been 3 years. Just think about karma. I truly forgive her. Just can't be in my space. Okay, that's fair. The narcissist stalking me through new supply, and I'm not playing. I don't understand why. That's a new supply. They want to know about you. They need to know about you. So imagine 15 minutes. Okay. So imagine how desperate this new supply is to figure out about you. You kind of a superstar. I can't talk to him anymore, but then he acts nice and I hang out with him only for him to call his girlfriend in front of me. Well, Cynthia, you keep giving in to the Hoover. And he's doing that on purpose. He's not going to stop. They're jealous, controlling, possessive, and isolate you. Yep. I'm battling a mining criminal case for him assaulting me because I tried to get away. And don't stop, Anna. Narcs also cause triangulation in families. Yes, they do. The new supply believes the BS that narcissist tells her. You did too, Gina. We all did. Should you warn the new supply? No. I did a video on that. Is it best to go Dutch with someone when you first meet someone? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. If someone take me out to eat, I would expect them to pay for it. I ain't ready to pay for my dinner. You asked me to go out. But I'll make sure that I have my own transportation. I tell you that. I want to warn the new supply. All right, hurt yourself, Cynthia, if you want to. Triangulating. Yep. I bump your videos on loudspeaker in front of the narc. I'm just trying to educate myself, but I don't want him to stop me from what I want to learn. Is this dangerous? Yes, it is. If you ask the question, you know it's dangerous. You just trying to make a point to him, and you're about to get yourself hurt. You better stop. No contact, block. That's the best thing to do. Move on with your life. See a therapist. That's what I done. I already knew something was wrong. I'm glad I'm away. Been well over 2 years and tried to get back with me. I never replied. I'm not bothered about him anymore. Good job. Good job. The narc will always stay with one. He can manipulate and control the easiest. A lot of times it's more than one. Yeah, a lot of times it's more than one. I'm so isolated I have no way to get groceries, but I gave him the boot anyway. 20 years of confusion and abuse. And you know what, Jennifer, though? But you're going to find out how much strength you really have. A lot of times it takes us to have to get to the lowest of lowest. How much farther can you go than the bottom from the floor? You know what I mean? How much lower can you get? But what you'll find out, though, Jennifer, is how much strength you actually have. You'd be surprised at how much strength you actually have. It's amazing to me how he can still trigger because you're still hurt. Because you're still hurt. 22 years here, his mind waved at me earlier. Wave back and keep going. It still give him fuel. No contact, 2 years. You taught me a lot. Thank you so much. He finally left me alone because I know all his masks. Thank you, Jesus. Good job. Kevin said, what if you feel something in your gut that something is off about them? What about when they say they cannot connect with others, saying everyone is toxic? Go with your instinct. Go. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Go with your gut instinct. You know, a lot of times if you listen to like those like police detective stories and stuff like that, one of the biggest things that a lot of the detectives say is that they went by a hunch, they went by an instinct, they went by a gut feeling, and that's how they solve their cases. So don't dismiss your gut instinct. Don't dismiss your, you know, that right there is a red flag. When you get around someone and just like, I don't know what it is about this person, but this person rubbed me the wrong way, or it's just something about that individual. Just go with that feeling. Go with that feeling. I couldn't get any lower, but I'm taking my life back. Good job, Jennifer. And you have this tribe right here. This tribe will really, really encourage. Did that answer your question, Mr. Kevin? But this tribe is really, really supportive. Now, sometimes we say some dumb things, we do, but they mean well. Our family means well. Like stare at them back or fight them back. That's dumb, y'all. That's dumb. Don't fight them back. You're welcome, sir. Can't have our futures too. There you go. Thank you, Dr. Brian, your input. You are welcome, Miss Catherine. Fight, flee mode kicks in when around a narc you feel threatened. There you go. That's a red flag. Can a supernova crush a narcissist? First of all, there is no such thing as a supernova. That's what a star. An empath or a super empath, when they go supernova, they can crush a narcissist. But the thing about it is that many times when a person is asking, can I go supernova and crush them? 9 times out of 10, you're going to get crushed, because an empath, a super empath, do not want to go supernova. They do not want to blow up. That is like the last thing that they ever want to do. They're too empathetic. They do whatever they can to avoid that. They try to avoid it, whatever. And when it happens, it's not something that they want to happen. And when it happens, sometimes it takes 6 months to almost 12 months for them to recover from that. And the whole time they feel guilty about what they've done. They feel horrible about what they've done when they went that way. So going supernova is nothing to brag about. Going supernova for some people is almost like losing their mind, because that's not something that they want to do in the first place. That is not the typical character of a empath or even a super empath. So that is nothing to brag about. They also said that the narcissist does not have a lot of deep connections. Is this usually because they're trying to hide something? Well, I have some videos on that. Narcissists lack empathy. We have what's called a, what is it called? I did a video on it. But they have the inability to connect. That oxytocin, that like when a woman has a baby, the oxytocin is released, and that creates a bond. Oxytocin also creates addictions because it causes a bond to the drugs. You got the dopamine and the serotonin. Well, they don't have that connective point. They don't have they don't have empathy like we have empathy at all. So they don't have the opportunity to connect to people because something has happened to them where it shut down. So they don't connect to people emotionally. They can't have a connection They don't have a connection with people. They see people as utensils. They see people as sources of supply. They see people like an automobile. If your car breaks down, you may have loved that car, but it's time to move on and get another car because that car takes you from point A to point B. If it breaks down, you may have loved that car, but you know what? It's probably time for me to get another one, so let me get another car. When that new leather smell wears off, they're looking for that leather smell. They're always chasing the next high. So they don't connect to people the way that you connect to people. And so so hopefully that answered that question. It took 10 years for my narc planning revenge on me. He came clean today. See? Can narcs be treated with a drug like bipolar? Nope. It's a personality disorder. There's no medication to treat them. Just like antisocial personality disorder, which is sociopath, and you would have to look through there, Kevin, because I have a whole lot of videos on there, but it is on there. You have to look through the video, so I apologize. But you have a sociopath, remember sociopath, psychopath, 6 minutes, okay, sociopath, psychopath. You have like histrionic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. You can't treat personality disorder. It's a dysfunction in the personality. It's a permanent character flaw. So medication does not treat, there is no cure for it. There is no cure for personality disorder. And so you can treat symptoms of depression, anxiety. A lot of narcissists do have post-traumatic stress. They do have anxiety and depression, but the disorder itself, you can't treat with any kind of medication. You can't treat with medication. So it's not treatable. Do narcissists have a lacking hormone, oxytocin? That oxytocin that works for us, that causes connections, is, I don't know whether it's all gone, but it does not function the way it functions for us. How do we talk to our children about them? You know what? For some of you guys, you don't need to have a talk with the kid when it comes to the other parent. So sometimes you're approaching the situation wrong. You don't need to have a talk with the child in reference to a parent having narcissism. What you do talk to your child about is what is you're teaching them empathy. You're teaching them, how to treat people, how to talk to people. And so a lot of times your children go on visitation, and when they come back, a lot of you guys are doing a lot of decoding. And so, certain things that they do or certain things that they say, you have to make sure you respect that parent. But you don't, that's not, I know your mama didn't teach you that. I know your daddy, you're running. No, you don't do that. You don't play them against the other parent because it'll backfire because they love both of their parents. So you don't teach them about the other parent. You don't teach them that their parent has narcissism. Eventually, when they grow up, just like all of you guys, you'll learn something is wrong with the parent. So what you're doing is you're teaching them empathy. You're teaching them how to have compassion. You're teaching them what is right and what is wrong. If the parent is teaching one thing, you're just like we taught. You teach them how to look at things. Now, how would you feel if this happened? What if you feel like this? And what about when this happens? So you can't play one. It's hard because some of you guys want to do it, but you can't play one parent against the other because they love both of their parents. And so it's your responsibility to teach them empathy. You teach them what's right and what's wrong. When you start seeing certain behaviors, you talk to them about the behaviors. You see what I mean? Even when it comes to like good touch and bad touch, you don't get you when you have young kids, don't give their body parts pet names. Make sure that they, so that they're not confused. You don't talk about the Kit Kat. You tell them exactly what it is. It's a vagina, or you make sure that they can articulate at a young age. Teach them when they're young, teach them a little sign language. They teach them sign language so they can articulate themselves. And you tell them good touch and bad touch. You make sure nobody looks at this. No one touches this. When someone comes in a room, nobody comes in the room. No, you see, you teach them certain things, but you don't teach it to them out of anxiety. You teach it to them as a parent. And the more you communicate with that child and you teach them open communication, we don't have secrets. We don't do secrets. You see what I mean? The super empath has similar traits as a narcissist, but are stronger in nature and won't use them on an innocent victim. Well, the super empath, all of us have, sad to say, all of us have some narcissistic traits. A super empath will actually, when they go supernova, will look like a narcissist. They will look like a narcissist because everything that narcissist ever done, they just lose it. And it's almost like they're the narcissist. So they don't have similar traits in that sense. Not in that sense. Not the way that you're describing it. Have you heard of cold shock therapy as a treatment for the narcissist? Fairly new, but They, of course, have to want to be treated. Here lies the big problem. Less than 2% even want any treatment. They don't think anything's absolutely. They don't think anything is wrong. If they can actually look within and see what their problem is, or admit to the fact that there's something going on or something is not right, then they could be treated. But ain't nothing wrong with them. Everything is wrong with you. So if you don't admit to the fact that you have an alcohol or a drug problem, how can you ever get treated? You see what I mean? How can you ever get treated for something if you don't admit that there's a problem? And they don't admit that there's a problem because that makes it look like they have weakness. Thank you, Narc Poacher. Appreciate it. And narcissist is narcissist for life. Yep, because they cannot bond like other people do. More than that, Teresa. It's more than that. Because some people are autistic and can't bond. Some people have other problems and they can't bond. Some people have TBI, have a traumatic brain injury and can't bond. So there's more to a narcissist than just not being able to bond. So the questions are going really, really fast. Why narcs give the deadly stare? My neighbor is a narc and stares at me for long periods. Go check out my videos. I got a video about that. What about covert narcissists? Got a video about that too. I've done that. I'm proud of it. I apologize. It makes me sound schizo, but I know what I'm going through is real. Absolutely. Yes, it is. My boys have autism, so I understand. See what I mean? So a lot of times they can't connect the way that the average person connects. They just don't. They're overstimulated. And so because they're overstimulated, they do whatever they can so that, we're not a lot of us are not overstimulated, but those that have autism are overstimulated. And so they can't really connect with people the way that the average person will connect with people. So, it's more than just not being able to connect with someone. Oh, my time is up? Okay. They just broken. Yeah, they are, they've got damaged. Yeah. They're more damaged. A malignant narcissist, 9 times out of 10, when you're talking, all narcissists are malignant, period. But when you're referring to like the malignant narcissist, they usually are the ones that have antisocial personality disorder, which at one point in time used to be psychopath or sociopath. Now they combine those two together and it's called antisocial personality disorder. And so a lot of those that have narcissistic personality disorder also have other disorders. They can have antisocial personality disorder. They can have a lot of those people that are diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Also, as a high percentage of having narcissistic personality disorder. Not all of them, but a lot of them. How do they hold a job down if they're narcissistic? Look at all the people in the news and you tell me. Look at all the people in Hollywood and tell me. There are a lot of people in Hollywood that hold down jobs. Narcissism is praised because, hey, it makes them great actors. There are a lot of actors that are narcissists, a lot of musicians. We have politicians. We have world leaders that are narcissists. So not all of them cannot hold down a job. A lot of them can hold down a job. Narcissism for some people is praised because they don't want all that emotion in the job. They need someone with those traits. I told you guys, be careful. Be careful what you say while you're on the channel when you're talking about leaders and stuff like that. Because remember, we're being, people are watching, and you can't just say whatever you want to say when we're on. Thank you, Mel. But you can't just say what you want to say when you're on, when we're live like this, because people can shut you down, especially when you begin to talk about leaders and naming names. So I just want you guys to be respectful and do know that we all have our political views and our opinions and our professional opinions, and I respect that. At the same time, just be careful what you say when you're on, when you guys are on live like that, because you guys can get the channel shut down. Or a lot of times, if you listen to when people are talking, you'll notice like all of a sudden the volume is muted out, or certain things you don't see. So be careful, because they will mute us while we're on live. So yeah, just be careful what you say. Yeah, we do get monitored. Yes, we do. They want to know who you talking about and why you talking about it and what you saying. So if you watch some videos, sometimes you'll notice like on Facebook, people are talking, all of a sudden like everything that they're saying is muted, or they record something and they don't even see the video online. The video was held and you don't even see the video online anymore. I've watched it happen several times, because I was talking to somebody. I said, I know she just recorded this. She was just on live, but everything that she said was muted, or the whole video was gone. So you just got to be careful, because I will not talk about leadership. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. Just a general statement. Just a general statement. Look at movie stars, look at politicians, look at actors, look at singers, comedians. You know, a lot of that is praiseworthy because they do an excellent job, but that doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship with them. So I'm getting ready to get off because my time is up. Should we block them? I would hope so. I would hope so. So you guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm going to go and I have some work to do. So I appreciate, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Kevin. I appreciate you. My son's name is Kevin. Thank you so much. What about winking eye with a narcissist? What about a snotty nose with a narcissist? Sometimes you're asking questions that's just silly. Now, come on. They wink eyes, they blink. What about breathing narcissists? What about those that breathe? What about those that actually walk? Come on, y'all. Sometimes you guys ask questions. Now, come on. Come on now. You got to ask me a real question. Well, hey there. Thank you so much. So I appreciate you guys. I'm getting ready to go, okay? It doesn't make them dumb. It's just the question's crazy. I'm getting that together, New Dawn Rise. I'm getting that together. I just got to catch up with my own work because once I do it, you guys are going to be expecting me to be consistent. So, yes. So this is the end of the video. Those of you that have asked, I do coaching. I do personal coaching. I do life coaching concerning narcissist abuse and recovering from narcissist abuse. And it's those people that are out of the state of Washington. If you are in the state of Washington, I do not provide coaching for you, but I will provide counseling. I'm a licensed counselor in the state of Washington. Those of you have inquired, if you are in the state of Washington and you are in the need of counseling, you want to deal with post-traumatic stress, you want to deal with depression and anxiety, you know, a lot of that stuff. You know, yes, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in the state of Washington. You are welcome to contact me and I will let you know. I just need to know what your insurance is. And then I can take you, if I have space, I can take you as a client. If you are outside the state of Washington, I can only offer you coaching. There's a difference between coaching and counseling. When you are in counseling, I will address mental health issues. I will make recommendations to med providers. I will collaborate with your primary care providers. It is mental health counseling. If you need recommendations, like if let me recommend you to a neurologist to make sure that there is no traumatic brain injury that is causing this, that is causing that. This is what I do when it comes to counseling. When it comes to coaching, what I have to know in coaching is where you are at. What are you trying to do and where are you trying to go? If you have been in a relationship with a narcissist, a lot of times what you guys have been doing is trying to get more information. Am I with a narcissist? You know, we don't know. I just can't say yes. Oh my gosh, definitely. We'll talk about traits. What is it that you want to do? Where do you want to go? How do you get there? Here are some resources I want you to connect with. You know, these are some people that I want you to talk to. And then we can get you from one point to another. Coaching. It's like giving you the game plan and giving you the game plan to the basketball game, to the football game. And I'll help coach you to get you to the goal. That's what we do. We come up with some goal. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go with this? So there's a difference. So I am Dr. Carmen Bryant, and my email address is drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. You're welcome to email me. Please do not send long emails. I don't have the time to read long emails. If you send me long emails, it lets me know that you are wanting a consultation. That is a consultation. I do not give free consultations. Too busy to do that. So you guys can email me and I will give you more information. You can find me on Podbean as well. I have podcasts. My main platform is Podbean, and then you can find me on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, but my main platform is under Podbean, and I'm under Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You'll see my picture on there, and you are welcome to subscribe and listen to my podcast. Those of you, I have a book out. It's called Unmasking, the Illusion of Perfection. Let me grab it. Let me see if I got space to move back. Is Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. This is my book, and you can find it on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Nominal fee. You can get the ebook. Thank you, Miss Tasha. You can get the ebook. You can get the hard or soft copy. I have a hard copy too, soft copy. And you guys are welcome. I haven't ordered the books yet. I know some of you guys want to buy them from me. Also, for those of you that need branding, that need flyers, that need, a lot of you guys like to make projects, cups, you know, you want branding, you want cards or anything like that. Miss Demetria Fields If you could put your information up there for me, please. Miss Demetria Fields did my flyers. She does the church's Apostle Sadler's media, the flyers, the brochures. If you guys are doing conferences, she does all those that type of art. So if you guys want anything from her, please contact her. And she can do that for you. And she's over here on Facebook, and she'll put her information there, and she's gonna put her information over on YouTube. For those of you, let me think, what else? Did I miss anything? So if you have not subscribed already, I am Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. It is Natasha at natashastouch.com. So you guys need brochures, flyers, branding. She'll create your logo. You know, if you need anything like that for your YouTube channel or anything like that, she does all that. Thank you so much, Rabbit. I appreciate you. I think someone over here asked me, did I see The Invisible Man? Yes. I took your advice. I invested the whole $14.99. You guys, she was right. It was worth, yes, it was that. Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm not going to give away the movie, but I'm going to tell you that was a malignant cerebral narcissist. If you watch it to the end, which most of you guys will when you get it, just know this. Just know this. You used to live in Washington? Okay. But just know this. With The Invisible Man, I'm not going to give away. I'm trying to make sure I be careful how I word it. Watch it to the end, and always remember this. The Invisible Man, always remember this. There's a way that you can get out of it, but you'll see the effects of trauma and how people act with trauma. You'll see that you have to keep your emotions in check when you are trying to leave a narcissist. They never stop what they do. They never stop what they're doing. And they solicit, or they get a lot of flying monkeys to work on their behalf. So you guys, that is a great investment, a great investment. So I appreciate it. No, they don't ever stop. Great investment. So I appreciate you guys. I'm getting ready to go. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you guys so. Yeah, trigger alert for The Invisible Man. Trigger alert. Thank you so much, Miss Chat. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Go see the movie. Rent the movie. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Thank you guys. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. You guys take care, okay?